Hey planner friends, it's Nia. Welcome to Life with Nia. Today we are closing out the November 2022 budget. I am going to jump right in because I don't want to make this video super long and I have a handful of things that I want to go over with regards to this budget. Probably going to change up how I do this next year too. So would love any suggestions or feedback of things that you'd like to see on a closeout. So for November, jumping right in, let's talk about income. Expected was $94.59.62. What we actually brought in was $99.65.18. So $500, $505.56 more than what was expected. Just almost broke 10K. I'm like, ugh, so close, but no months this year have we broke 10K in income, and we won't for December. So it is what it is. We did fairly well for Black Friday, but just a little bit more than last year. It wasn't significantly increased. The orders were huge though, and it took a lot of time, but because of the large discount, it was not financially lucrative per se for me. So it's fine. It's that Black Friday, and that's the biggest sale of the year, and so that's my gift to you all. So not an issue. I did do a destash on one of my Notique agendas. So that was $96 after the PayPal fees. And then I did a mystery box, and that was $39 after the PayPal fees. So I had some additional income come in there. And then YouTube was $123.26. That was for the previous 2 months, so September and October. So that's what we had with income. On expenses were pretty ordinary with the exception of some business expenses, which I won't get into too much detail on, but because we did have a planner sesh box in November, I was finalizing the purchase on some items for that box. And so there was like one manufacturer thing that was about $150 that I spent. And then Black Friday, $1,356 was what I spent Black Friday. So not all on Friday, but over that weekend. So yeah. I also purchased, and I've like looked at it one day and not gone back to it, but I need to. Time is not my friend. I wanted one other thing though for expenses. I purchased the Sticker Guru course, and that was $247. So that was like an unbudgeted. I knew it was coming. I was planning to purchase it, but it was like not part of my budget, unbudgeted item for the month. For groceries, we did go over, but I was adding up all of the groceries, and it was actually $268.34. My grocery budget allowed for $260, but there were some $5 bills in there, so it wasn't over as much as I thought it was. It just felt really painful because I didn't have any money left in the envelope, and so I still needed groceries, and it was like, why don't I have anything left? And so we definitely are seeing the cost of things increase. For the most part, I hadn't really been feeling it in my budget, but I definitely am seeing it. Now, I had shared with you, like, I saw eggs for $7.48. I wasn't buying them, but a dozen eggs for $7.48 to me is ridiculous. And so I just actually got back I went to Costco and Sam's Club today, and 5 dozen eggs at Costco was roughly $19. It was like 18 and change, but high change. So close to 19. And then at Sam's Club, it was like 14 for 5 dozen. So, I mean, that's better than $7.48 for 1 dozen. I just could not believe that at the grocery store. Then there's like these muffins that I like to get from the grocery store. And they used to be $4.49. It's a 4-pack. Now they are They raised them to $5.49, and then last time I went, they were $5.99, and I was just like, this is utterly ridiculous. That's like $1.50 a muffin. So when I was at Costco, none of the flavors appealed to me, so I did get them at Sam's Club. So I got 6 for $4.48. So that's a way that I can save in my grocery budget. I also bought the 3-pack of almond milk for $9 versus spending like $4 to $5 every week at the grocery store. So that'll help with next month, but and none of my grocery budget was like really Thanksgiving type food. I did not spend a bunch of money on Thanksgiving related items. Most of what I had for Thanksgiving were things that I already had at home. So that is not where the increase came from. I think it's just the price of things have gone up. So this month, November, we had $8.80 for our cash envelopes, and some of these are sinking fund cash envelopes, but $8.80 was what we had stuffed. And the variable ones that we spend every month are groceries, eating out, household, and gas. I only spent $40 in gas this month. That's the other thing I noticed today, too, at Sam's Club. The Costco I go to doesn't have the price of gas up, but they're usually pretty close at Sam's Club. It was $3.75, y'all. We didn't came all the way from $6 and change to $3.75. Now the line was something else. And I'm not a fan of Sam's Club anyway, because if I go get gas at Sam's Club, I have a cash envelope for gas. And so then that means I got to go deposit the money, and it's the whole thing. And sometimes they like to hold $100, even though that's not what you're buying. And I don't like that either, because I'm not buying $100 worth of gas. So I'm not a fan, but $3.75 is really good for us. Arco is $4.37. And then there's a Shell across the street from Arco, which is $4.33. I've never seen a Shell cost less than Arco when they are close to each other like that. So, for me, I would rather pay the 50-some cents more to not sit in line and to be able to go in and get cash and pay my gas and not have to worry about depositing the money or putting a hold on my debit card for $100. Or now I think some of them have increased to like $150. And yes, it falls off within a few days, but that's messing up my budget. So I'm not here for that. So yeah, that's what gas is doing over here. What's gas doing where you're at? It's probably way cheaper than us, but I'm just glad it's not $6 anymore. Which I think the last time I got gas, it was $6. So we've come a small ways. Sinking funds. So we started the month. I didn't think this was going to happen, that we would hit 10K, but we started the month just over 10K, 10,521 in our sinking funds. Now, some of these are going to be depleted. Silhouette is one that I need to pay in the month of December. And then Sam's Club, I will either pay, it's due at like the very beginning of January. So I'll either pay it in December or I'll pay it very early January. So that will reduce, I will have a quarterly tax payment due, I think in January. And that will reduce the tax fund. So I don't expect these to stay super high for a long time. But we are moving in the right direction, and so I'm happy about that. So right now, the emergencies fund has $4,241, and taxes has $2,757. Vacation has $893. Health has $200. I do have a eye doctor appointment this month, so that's going to go down. Car has $170. Bulk shopping, we ended November with $32. These are all end of the month numbers, so it doesn't include what I added for December. Pet had $191. Home had $1,597. $0 in business, $333 in Christmas, $0 in Black Friday, because we had a good time. 66 in self-care, 70 in Sam's, that's for memberships, 90 in Costco, that's for membership, 100 in Amazon Prime, 100 for Canva, 100 for P.O. Box, 30 for clothing. Excuse me. iPad, iPhone 40, utilities 0, birthday 43, checking buffer 25, profit 560, Roth 449, and Silhouette 40. And that Roth is something that I started, the Roth and the profit were something I started around August to put aside a small percentage of business income into those. I already have a Roth and a 457 and a pension with work, but this is separate for my business. So we ended with sinking funds at $12,131. Woohoo! Pretty excited about that. Now, when we turn the page, it gets ugly. So debt increased. I'm not going to go into the details of each one, but we started the month with $32,030, and we are ending the month with $33,246. So that is a $1,200 increase, $1,215 to be exact. And the majority of that, actually, if you think about it, I spent $1,356 for Black Friday. So the majority of that is Afterpay. Now, I am taking a big chunk of what I had not already spent of my little Black Friday fund and putting it to pay the Afterpay and pay that down. So that's the good news. But I clearly didn't save enough. I wasn't this into Black Friday last year. I don't think I spent this much last year. I have to go back and look because that could be a total and complete lie. But that is the reason for the increase. I wholeheartedly, because I have to pay Afterpay like this month, wholeheartedly expect it to decrease back down next month, and then we should be back below. But the debt payoff just has not gone the way that I expected it to this year. I think part of that is like, it's hard to split your priorities between two things, and I've done extremely well at the savings to the detriment of the debt payoff. So that just is what it is. Now, real quick, I'll share business expenses. I was looking at my fees that I have been paying Etsy. And in 2022, January through November 15th, I have paid $4,104 in fees. That does not include shipping. That is just fees. And a lot of the orders, I pay the shipping on as well. But there's no clean way for me to really look at that because I'd have to pay the shipping if it was with Shopify as well. And the shipping rates are pretty comparable either way. But Etsy's got it set where they basically strong arm you into free shipping at a $35 level. And a lot of places are charging or are raising their threshold for free shipping. So like Oso Paper, Cloth and Paper, Erin Condren, everybody has raised the amount you have to spend for free shipping, but Etsy hasn't. So in a sense, that's kind of harmful to small businesses because $35 is really not a lot. And some of the things that I ship are pretty expensive to ship because of the weight. Planner Session Box is one. Like, I eat the shipping on that, and it could be anywhere from $8 to $15. So, this does not include the fees that I've paid, do not include that. These are like just their fees to use their platform and transaction, like the processing fee, like for a credit card or debit card or whatever. So $4,104 in fees for 11 months, 10 and a half months. I've paid $319, Petey says hi, for Shopify fees for the same time period. Now I'm paying the Shopify fee, but I'm not using Shopify, right? So this makes me sick more than Afterpay, looking at the Afterpay balance ever will. Because Etsy, I don't have a high dollar product. So it's harder for me to be profitable on Etsy when I'm selling a sheet of stickers that's $3. And then they're taking like 30 to 40% of it in all these fees. And then I got to pay to ship it. It's just not, I just really need to. So that's the thing with me needing to really just focus on getting Shopify up and running. Now the $3.19 that I've paid Shopify is, it doesn't include whatever the payment processing would be, but it's not even gonna come close. I'm gonna probably use payroll, and I looked at the fees are low considering comparative to what Etsy's charging for the payment processing. So anyways, just thought I would share that. Petey really wants my undivided attention for some reason. But I do want to say that when I look at that difference, the difference between Etsy and Shopify is $3,785. You know what I could do with that? Other than like pay some bills. It's margin to be able to offer different stationery products. Like I have a lot of people who have asked me to add washi and things like that, like have a minimum order quantity. So it would need to be some fire washi first of all, so I could sell it all. But I'd have to cash flow that, and I don't. It's like I have a couple $1,000s to spend to buy some washi, because I'm paying it all in fees. Anyway, that's what I thought I would share that with y'all. Would love your thoughts and feedback. So this month's savings, the goal was $600. We did $657.75. $376 went to the 100 envelope challenge. $118 went to the Budget Mom Savings Challenge, $25 on $5 bills, which goes to vacation. $44 in self-care. $18.75 for the Zero Out, which also goes to the emergency fund, and $76 for our home fund. So we did hit our goal to save $600. We did not hit our goal to pay off $1,000. We instead added, we did track all of our expenses, and we did hit the goal to have $4,000 in Etsy sales. We hit our goal for our winter sesh box. We didn't do anything with Shopify, but look at these numbers and decide that we're going to do something with Shopify moving forward. Which reminds me, I missed a meeting on Shopify tonight. Gosh darn. Okay, anyway. Thanks so much for watching. Leave any comments, questions, concerns, ideas down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.